All right, welcome in. This is the Dad and Ty Sports Show.
Hi.
We're on a Sunday. It's February, March 6th, right?
March
6th. And I'm the Matt, or I'm the Dad.
Ty.
I'm not the Matt. I'm Dad.
And I'm Ty.
Matt Buck, the Dad. Yeah, it's weird. I think we just throw it on. Just do it in here and just start it going, huh? All right. Not a whole lot. Just look, Kings won today. They won a couple of oh gosh. Friday
Lakers
they won
yesterday.
after getting beat. Lakers what?
Lakers won yesterday.
Are you sure? All right. Well, we'll talk. We'll bring your brother. We'll bring Tanner in later. He can talk Lakers and Clippers. Give us a update on how they did in the last week. Right. Still a lot of drama there with the Lakers.
There's NFL Combine.
We have the NFL Combine going on. Yep. We got that going too. So hopefully the Jets will get some of their guys. If you saw our Jet show, we said they're looking at edge rusher, getting somebody to go after the quarterback, maybe get a receiver out of the bunch, right? There's a lot of receivers, I think, a lot of fast, great athletes. Get some maybe a defensive back help, right? Defensive back, you saw him. Mm-hmm. Who's covering the combine? Here, lift your head up a little bit.
Rich Eisen.
Eisen, he's there. Yeah. What's he been saying? Not much, huh? We're not really watching the combine too much. It's not on. We've been kind of busy with stuff. Well, let's just jump into the Kings real quick. I know that's the one highlight. I know they still are. They're in second place as of today. They won today. They have 69 points total. They're number 2. It's not even the end of the day, Ty. You're already yawning. All right. Anyway, he doesn't drink coffee, folks. Luckily, I do. So. Kings are second place in the Pacific Division. I think they are 4th overall in the Western Division. So, if you combine the two conferences, Pacific and I don't even know the name of the other one, Central, maybe. Anyway, so I think they're 4th overall in that Western, and they're in a good spot. They're holding strong. But they took a devastating loss, just got smacked 7-1.
Oh, that's right.
Last Monday, and Jonathan Quick was in the goal, and it was like 5-0. And you're just like, what's going on? Bruins were playing very well. So we get another shot at the Bruins tomorrow. But we dropped a tough one Wednesday. You want a bounce back game after losing 7-1. And Wednesday we're in Dallas, Ty. Remember that game we had that on?
That's right.
And the Kings were actually up 3-1, but Dallas was playing a very, very tough game. It seemed like they had the puck more often, and they ended up scoring 3 goals straight to win. I think it was 4-3 by the end, and the Kings just couldn't claw their way back at the end as a tough loss. So then we go to Friday. Last Friday, they're playing Columbus Blue Jackets, right? Right, Ty? And they were down. They were up 1-0, I believe, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the Blue Jackets scored. How much did they score, Ty?
1.
No, they scored 3 goals. Are you all right?
Yes.
All right. They scored 3 goals right away. 40 seconds, folks. 40 seconds the Blue Jackets scored against the Kings. In 40 seconds or so, they scored 3 goals. Mm-hmm. You went to the bathroom, came back, all of a sudden 2 goals were scored. It was unbelievable. The good news, right, in the third period, Kings tied it up with 2 minutes left, and then in overtime, they took the game and they won in OT to get the 2 points. So it was a huge 2 points to get back on track. And that led into today's game against the Sabres, where they won 3-0. They were holding on to a 1-0 lead, right? 1-0 lead. We had that on. They played early today. And then they held on to win 3-0. Pulled the goal. They got a couple empty net goals. But, no, good game. So tomorrow we're trying to get back. Kings need to get back in and win against the Bruins. They get another chance to avenge their loss, right? All right, nobody's drumming. Don't play with that.
Don't play the guitar.
Don't play guitar on the microphone. Okay, switching gears. So Kings are in good shape. Peterson had his second shutout of the year today. So again, both goalies are contributing, and we'll see where it goes. Just go Kings, right? It's the highlight of the current moment. Go Kings.
Go Kings.
Real quick, like I said, we'll talk Lakers later with Ty's brother Tanner, like we did last time. So we will get to the Lakers. Right now, we'll switch gears and just kind of like the last thing we'll talk about really is the Major League Baseball situation has not improved. It's actually come on, dude. You're making noises there. Oh, yeah. So let me ask you, what do you think about the Kings? Before we jump back in that, I always ask Ty, what's your thoughts? I tend to skip over that. Apologize, Ty. What were your thoughts, if you had any, on
The Kings scoring a goal.
on the Kings? What do you want to say about the Kings? Just any thoughts? What are you thinking about when you watch the game? We're watching those games. What do you think?
It's like watching a stadium.
Yeah, they get with the camera. It's like you're right there. The action's right in front of you. You do see the puck. You get to see the puck still on TV. It's actually a lot better. You can tell what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Well, good. You think that you still like the Kings' chances?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Good.
I don't like the Ducks.
No. All right. Well, we did cover the Ducks. I think the Ducks are a few games out. They're a few
Did we
games
beat
behind,
Ducks?
but they're trying. They're still in there trying. We don't want to. We are local teams, so we are Kings fans. But the Ducks are still working it. I think they still have a chance to climb in. All right, here we're back with Tanner Buck. He's gonna give us some Laker info, some Clippers info. We'll find out if Ty was right, what he said earlier about the Lakers winning yesterday. So I don't know. Was he right, Tanner?
Yeah, they did have a big win yesterday against the Warriors at home yesterday. LeBron did drop 56 points. That would make it his 12th of his career so far.
You don't have to know. Maybe when's the last time he scored 50?
I really can't say the last time he scored 50, to be honest.
It's been a couple years. It's been a couple years. Yeah.
Some bright spots. Westbrook did play better. Carmelo did drop 14. Off the bench. Westbrook did shoot over 50%. He still did have 5 turnovers, but LeBron dropping 56 to give him a giant boost as the Lakers needed that win. Leaves them in the night.
And where's Golden State? Are they? What place are they in?
Golden State's in second place right now.
Oh, so they are. They're there. So did they just stop? What's that 3-point shooter star, the best guy in the game?
No, Curry still had 30 points. He played pretty well. So yeah.
So they got a good win. And how they do the rest of the week? They do okay?
They lost. They dropped their 3 games, which they lost an embarrassing loss to the Pelicans, in which they got booed at their place. Mm-hmm. They lost to the Mavericks and then got pantsed by the Clippers. So.
But I did see some in the somewhere in the standings. They're still in it.
They're still in that 9th spot, so they're not out of it yet. It's been a tough struggle.
Okay. All right. Well, that's great. It looks like, and who the Lakers got coming up this week? Tell me they're not playing the Clippers again. Just.
No, I think coming up they have a road trip where they got the Rockets, Spurs, and Suns. They play the Spurs tomorrow.
Ooh, Suns are doing pretty good too. Right?
Yeah.
Phoenix is 12 losses only. Something like that.
Something like that.
I saw a note. I just was like, wow, they're trying to be the Bulls or what? Yeah.
No.
All right. Well, we'll go ahead and switch gears. Go ahead and let's talk Clippers. To be fair, I know there's more Laker fans, but we should talk Clippers. We'll do even trade here.
They are struggling right now. In their game against the Knicks, they're down by 20 with a little bit left in the third quarter. Today, right now, they are. But the last 5 games, they have been on a 5-game winning streak. They have beaten the Lakers. They completed the season sweep against the Lakers. I don't know. We might want to check next time when that's the last time that happened. But Clippers beat them every time this year so far.
I remember the Lakers, even when the Lakers were not doing well, I think we beat them. They always won at least one game against Clippers.
No, it's usually the up. I mean, it's always been.
Even when I'm saying because the Clippers have been pretty good. Like last 5-6 years maybe.
Yeah, but I can't remember the last time we got embarrassed by the Clippers since Blake Griffin and Chris Paul were on the team. So it's been a while.
Anyway, don't worry. So So the Clippers are still, what place are they in?
They're above the Lakers. It just their records are significantly different, but Clippers are at 34 and 31 in the 8th spot right now. So about a good 5 to 6 games.
Who do they play this week?
This week they.
Yeah, it's okay. You can say you're more of Tanner's more of a Laker fan. Didn't mean to put you on the spot. Doesn't mean we hate the Clippers, but I'll know that. Okay, you're all right. It's funny. He knows way more on the Lakers than I do anyway. So it's just wanted to give that to you guys again. I know as we get closer to the playoffs, it's gonna get more fun. Can the Lakers hold on? It sounds like there's enough time for them to make some strides or completely fall.
It's gonna be tough. I mean, LeBron had to drop 56 last game just for us to win. So that can't. I mean, obviously he's 37 and he's not the same dude he was even 3 years ago. So
I'll be honest, I was just excited that Ty was right earlier. He said the Lakers won last night. So good for you, Ty.
Yeah, I didn't think they were gonna win. So.
All right. What are your thoughts on the Lakers? Just what do you think? Can they get there?
I don't know. We gotta take it a game at a time.
What's the one thing you think? And again, you're not a rocket scientist. It's just your opinion. What's the one thing they definitely have to do for you to see them get into the playoffs and actually do well? Except to maybe get through the playoffs a couple of rounds.
I mean, they got a few steals yesterday. They got a few steals and played better. believe that the effort sometimes just isn't there, and LeBron always usually plays well enough for them to win. It's just everyone else and their part. Our defense hasn't been the greatest, and also we've been scoring a lot of fast break points, but our half court offense isn't very good. We haven't been able to get much going. So seeing some stuff get going, I'm trying to see who's going to step up because LeBron can't put up 50 every night. That's
last question. Who? Now I always do this because I love Kobe. So I loved Kobe to death. It's the only reason I watched basketball really was when he played. And who's the better motivator? Is Kobe or LeBron a better motivator in your opinion? Given their whole careers, look at everything, not just on the Lakers.
I mean, it just depends on what your team is and like who your team like. Their styles are different. LeBron's more of a casual, like not casual, but the dynamic LeBron brings is different from Kobe. But Kobe, it's like a mindset you have to put in a million hours and you gotta work hard all the time. You're here to like take it seriously. Where LeBron's more laid back.
Who's gonna get in your face? Was it Kobe that got in your face or LeBron's?
I've seen both. I've seen both players getting people's face about things, but I think it's more like Kobe. Kobe has that thing like he cannot stand losing, and he's gonna do everything he can. And if you're gonna get in his way for losing, he's gonna let you know or get you subbed out.
So LeBron's taking the more millennial route, kind of like, hey brother, come here, put his arm around people.
Yeah, he's more. I mean, I'm not saying Kobe was supportive, just Kobe was more of an MJ type. Yeah, like more like Jordan, intimidating, like
challenging you.
He was more like, yeah. It was a different motto, I think.
It's a good answer. Hey, he didn't know I was going to ask him that, so just so you know, let's put him on the spot.
Different approaches. I don't think one works better than the other. It just depends on your personnel.
Well, we're running out of time. Let's got that going. Let's hope the Lakers and Clippers both get in there for local teams. At least we have two local teams in the playoffs, and hopefully they both can start playing well to finish out the year. Since we don't have baseball, we're gonna have some good hockey and good basketball going in for our local crowds here in Los Angeles. All right. Well, thanks for coming on again.
Thank you.
All right. So then we'll switch gears. We'll go back to the Major League Baseball. Ty, unfortunately, today it seemed like the negotiations were deadlocked. I guess word was last week they couldn't get it done. I know when we first did we did the last show, I think we were saying how they were trying to not cancel games and have a deadline hit or have some deal in place by Monday night. That didn't happen. So the first week of games, I think, has been canceled.
Why?
Because they don't have an agreement. It's really complicated.
When is it going to start?
That's a good question. We don't know. Remember, the players' union, right? The players' group has to get a contract with the owners.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, they have to. It's a complicated thing. It's like, I don't know how to explain it to him even sometimes, but the two sides, there's two different sides. There's the owners, Ty, and then there's the players. And they have to agree on how they're going to pay the players, and they have to agree on how they're going to... You done?
Yeah.
All right. They have to agree on how they're going to pursue or how they're going to move forward when they say, all right, we're going to do your contract, we're going to pay you this much. All those things are part of the agreement.
Yes.
And they have to agree before they start. It's called a contract. And
yes.
So there's different elements right now. And one of the elements is how many playoff teams they're going to have.
Yes.
Another element is, what they're going to pay what's the minimum they're going to pay. But today, unfortunately, they came back together, and the owners are saying the players didn't want to move forward closer to them. So the owners just said, well, they outright rejected whatever the discussion was. So right now, the word is they're deadlocked. Unfortunately, I don't know, and I hate to say this, Ty, but that last week in March, those spring training games are definitely in jeopardy if they don't get something done this week. So, I don't know.
I want baseball season. I don't want it to be canceled through the year.
I know. They're trying hard. Apparently. We'll see. I don't think Mike Trout wants that. He said the owners aren't, it's going to be a he said, she said, they said. They're going to point the finger at each other. Regardless, you kind of look at it, Ty, and the owners are the ones who hold the keys to the building, and they own the facilities. And right now, nobody can go and get ready for the season. So technically, they locked out the players. Hate to say that, bud, but the owners have to accept the players' contracts or their contract. Seems like the the owners are the ones who have the facilities, right?
Right.
So, anyway, what else are your thoughts on the no baseball yet?
No baseball.
No spring training games. What do you think?
It sucks.
Yeah, it does. There's a lot of good fans. There's a lot of fans out there. I mean, we're fans of the Angels. We want to see the Angels.
Right. See, I want to see the
You got
Angels
some
too.
sleep last night too. I don't understand. All right. Anyway, it's just, we're monitoring it. Like, I'm always checking Twitter. Twitter's got the updated thing, and today they walked away and seemed like they were farther apart than closer to getting a deal. So we'll see tomorrow. Hopefully we'll get some better news by next week, and we'll have a contract, and we'll be able to say when the season starts and if we're going to go, we were going to take the show on the road, right? And do a couple of shows or do a
Not
show
in
from
the state, not inside the stadium.
Not inside the stadium. I don't think
Why?
we need the stadium. I don't know. I don't think they'd let us. All right. Well, anyway, Ty. So we talked baseball. We talked. Don't touch that. Don't touch. Don't touch. We talked Kings. What else? Oh, we talked the combine, the NFL combine, where all the college guys come out and try.
Are they going to get a Jets running back?
There's some running backs out there. I don't know. We'll see. Running back wasn't necessarily a position. Remember during the Jets Jets show we did, they didn't really want.
Oh, that's right.
They didn't really have a running back there, but you never know if there's a guy on the board. A lot of time the draft.
Are they going to draft one?
They could. Sometimes you get guys and whoever's the best. Here, don't eat the microphone.
It's not marshmallow.
It's not a marshmallow. So one of the things that a lot of times, sometimes you just want the best guy. Come on, you don't breathe on the mic. Sometimes you just want the best guy that's available, right?
Yes.
In the draft, and that's okay.
Right.
I mean, you go in with a plan and you see guys you like. It just depends. There might be a guy who they take that you might think, well, we don't really need that guy, but he's a great player and maybe there's some potential there we don't see. So it could happen. So yeah, the combine is where all the college players go out and they work out. They do the 40. They do a lot of skills testing, and they run, they jump, they show off their athleticism. They get to talk to a lot of the scouts and the NFL teams. It's not all about just physical stuff. They talk mental stuff, right, Ty? Right? They ask them questions and they see what they feel about things. All right. Well, stay tuned. We'll have Tanner drop in if he hasn't already. If he's dropped in, thanks for coming on, Tanner. We'll tape that later, and we'll drop that into the show. So say thanks, Tanner, for coming on.
Thanks, Tanner.
All right. Well, that was it. Quick hitter today. We will be back next week. Go Kings.
Go Kings.
See what happens to the Lakers, and let's hope for baseball.
All right.
All right. For the Dad and Ty Sports Show, we're signing off. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.